and welcome to this new episode in which you're going to discover the power of twang and how this technique can help you to sing more powerfully and with lots of ease. Let's dive into it. Hey, I'm so excited that you're here today. We're diving deep into the twang vocal technique, which is a technique that will help you to sing more powerfully with more ease than when we're pushing or straining the voice, right? So that's what you'll discover today. And before we go and dive into it, I do want to notice a couple of mistakes that beginner singers make that you might make as well. And once we know what those mistakes are, that gives us the power to change it and do something about it and enhance our vocal development. So, two mistakes that many beginner singers make when it comes to twang is, first of all, not do twang in an exaggerated way. You must, I'll warn you right now, twang is in its pure form. It's a sound that does not sound beautiful. And that's okay. We will make it sound beautiful, but in order to truly understand and get that twang technique, we need to first be able to feel and experience how that technique feels when we're actually applying it to our singing and how that sounds when we're applying it to our singing. So first, we're going to exaggerate it, and then we're going to make it pretty. But one mistake that many beginner singers make is that they're afraid of exaggerating it first. And that's a shame, because if you don't exaggerate, there's a good chance that you will not feel the right placement. And I always say that singing is feeling. You need to be able to feel a certain technique in order to then apply that in a song. So that's one thing that I invite you to do, is have an open mind. Make sure we're going to be singing today and making some awful noises, but that's okay, because then we're going to make it pretty as well. Okay, second mistake that many beginner singers make is that they're afraid to use this technique in an actual song. And the reason behind it is because at first, this will sound very sharp. This sound will sound very sharp. And that's fine, we can play with that sharpness. But beginner singers, they will avoid this technique. And that causes them, when they're avoiding this, to use their voices in another way, which is more an unhealthy way to get that power. And that will result in straining, in hoarseness, and in tension. We don't want to have that. So if you recognize yourself in these mistakes, hallelujah, this is perfect, because that means we can change something about this and we can do something about this. So what many trained singers do, the people that are actively training their voices on a weekly, monthly, daily basis, is that they do exaggerate. So first, they want to fully experience this technique, and then they want to diminish that sound and make the sound of their voices beautiful. So trained singers, they will start in an exaggerated way, and then they will make it pretty. And that's what we're going after today. Now, trained singers, they will also not shy away from using this technique in different songs, because it will give their voice more vocal variety. So singing is like painting. And when you're painting with one color, your canvas might be a little bit boring for some of us. I mean, that depends on your opinion, of course. But when we're singing, if you're singing with one vocal color all the time, that might get a bit boring too. We don't want to have that. We want to have the ability and flexibility to use all those different kinds of colors to add vocal variety in our singing. And that's what the trained singer is really after. So that's where I want to get you today, in that trained singing. Now, as you know, we're always working from the Sing Yourself to Freedom formula that I also use in our membership for passionate singers called the Singing Insiders. Little side note, if you do want to join us, there's the link towards the waitlist in the description here down below. Doors are not always open, but if you're on the waitlist, you'll get first access. So we're always working from the Sing Yourself to Freedom formula, and we have 4 big pillars: mindset, vocal technique, creativity, and connection. And today we are in this second pillar of vocal technique. So let's start here. What is twang? Well, if we're looking at the world of vocal technique, there are 2 main areas that you can divide it in. Now there's more, and in the Singing Insiders, we do dive deeper into this, but I want to keep it simple for now. 2 main areas. There is the area where you're working on your sound, on your vocal colors, so making your sound brighter, warmer, sharper, lighter. So that's the colors, your vocal color. And then there's the area of vocal technique where you can work on effects. For example, adding some growl into your song, that would be growl, or maybe even a vocal fry, like creaking, those are effects. Now today we're mostly focused on the vocal color with twang. Now twang will also be useful for all the other phases in vocal technique. And there's 4 in total, and we go through them in detail in the Singing Insiders. But one of them is, for example, mixed voice, and being able to activate your chest voice in the higher pitches combined with your head voice muscle. And so twang will help you to activate that as well. So besides twang being a way to color your voice and your sound, it will also be a helpful way to activate other vocal techniques. So twang is one of those things that you need to be able to master if you want to grow as a singer. Now, as I said, twang does not sound pretty at first, so be prepared, but we're going to make it pretty by the end of this episode. So the benefits of twang, like why is twang so important to master? First of all, it will help you to sing with less breathiness, because twang will actually help your chords to come together. And so when you have more chord closure, there's less air escaping. So if you're someone that sings like let it be, with lots of air, adding a little bit of twang, let it be, will help you to make it way more stable, powerful, and beautiful in some ways. So that's one. It reduces a breathy sound. Second benefit of twang is that it helps you to sing with a lot of power. And not only in the lower notes, it will also help you to sing with a lot of power in the higher notes. And that's what many singers are looking for, right? Third benefit of twang is that it helps you to smoothen out the transitions. And what I mean by that, and now I'm going to go into a little bit more advanced vocal technique, but you're ready for that. So if you know, we have different registers, right? We have chest voice, we have head voice, yoo-hoo! And twang can help to smoothen out the registers in between. So oftentimes, many singers have this break or vocal crack when they're going in the higher pitches. And then they crack over. That's a vocal crack. We don't want to have that. And well, we could play with it as an effect. But in general, singers don't want to have that voice crack. And so adding twang can help you to smoothen out that break. And then the fourth benefit of twang is regarding lower notes. Oftentimes when we're singing low pitches, or our sound becomes heavier, by adding twang, my sound will become a little bit more brighter. So twang helps in the high pitches to sing with lots of power, but twang also helps in the lower pitches to sing with more brightness. So, do we want to learn twang? I hope so. How do we find the twang? Well, one simple example to use is the witch. To make it super, super ugly. So let's just try and do an exercise on that together. And as I said before, we can talk for hours and hours on twang. And because we have a limited time here today, I do need to say that in the Singing Insiders, in our membership, you're getting vocal workouts, all the theory, all the practice that you need to really master the twang. My intention for today is to get you to understand what twang is, how you can apply it so that you can move forward. But if you need more support with this, then the Singing Insiders is definitely the place to be. And again, I link to the waitlist in the description down below. So, make it ugly. We're going to be doing nay, 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 and nay, 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 nay. And again, we don't want to make it sound too pretty. So make sure that it is super ugly. We want to have 100% twang. Let's continue. And nay, 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 nay. Nay, 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 nay. Nay, 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 nay. Last one. Nay, 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 nay. Beautiful. Or should I say ugly? Nice. Okay, so hopefully you have started to feel what twang feels like and what twang sounds like. One rule, if it hurts, if you're feeling hoarseness coming up, then we do something wrong and we have to reevaluate how you're doing this twang. Again, in the Singing Insiders, you can ask for feedback. We have a team of coaches ready for you to help and support you with that. In this context, it's a little bit harder, but if you do have any hoarseness or pain coming up, then you're doing something wrong. Okay, we need to see how you're doing this. But if you do not have pain or hoarseness, then you're doing it right. Congratulations. Let's try and put that into practice in a song so that you can see how you can actually apply that into actual singing. So I chose a little piece from Valerie by Amy Winehouse because Amy Winehouse has this natural twang in her voice. So it's an amazing song to practice twang with. And we're going to be working today with this part. Won't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, Valerie? With that part. So if you don't know this song, that's totally fine. You can go back in this video and listen to it. The intention right now, or the idea right now, is that you can sing along to this little piece of the song. So let's try and do that together. We're forgetting the twang for now. The intention is that you get or can sing along with me. And if not, then we need to go back, like just rewind the video a couple of seconds and listen to that sentence a few times over and over again. So let's try and sing that together. Here we go. And won't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, Valerie? That's it. Beautiful. Okay, so you can sing along with me, then we can continue. If you cannot sing along with me, then rewind this video or podcast or wherever you're listening to this and sing along with me. Okay, now let's do the same, adding 100% twang. So give me a little witch and let's put that into practice in this song. Make it ugly as you can. It cannot be pretty, okay? 1, 2, 3, and won't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, Valerie? Beautiful. I noticed that my microphone went into overdrive there. Sorry about that. It's because of the twang. Okay. Great. So you felt the twang, you heard the twang. Now how we can apply that into a song is to first exaggerate it, and then we can start playing with this. So now we had 100% twang. I am challenging you to go from that 100 to maybe 65%. That's where it gets hard. See, many singers, they can do the exaggerated version. They can do the version without any twang, but it's hard to find that balance in the middle. And that's what I'm challenging you to do now. So let's try to find that 65%. For me, that would sound a little bit like this. Won't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of twang there. You can still hear the brightness in the sound, but it's not as ugly as the fully exaggerated version. So let's try and do that together. 1, 2, 3, and won't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, Valerie? Nice! That deserves a virtual high five. Well done, well done. Now I know this is a treasure hunt for the right amount of twang, but this is your starting point. My intention for today is that you know what twang is and how to apply it, that you can apply it in an exaggerated way, and this is your homework to start playing with how can I go from 100% to 65% to 35% to 1% and really play with all those shades of twang in between. And when you can apply that into your singing, that will give you so much more variety and flexibility, not only to sing the high notes and the low notes, but to add vocal colors to your singing. Now, I told you that there's different areas of vocal technique to discover, and twang can help you in all of those vocal areas. Now, one of the main things is, of course, to start with the foundations. We cannot use twang if we don't have the right foundations in place. So I'm inviting you to a free training coming up that will guide you through the most important vocal techniques to really master, to have those foundations so that you can then apply the twang to it. I'll link to the workshop in the description down below. This is your preparatory homework to do, to go through that training so that you can then apply the twang to it. So go do that. For the rest, I just want to thank you so much for, again, having spent this time here with me today. I really appreciate that. Very grateful. If you have any questions regarding anything, let me know, and I will see you next week. Bye.